What it? What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Stacie, and I'm back with another one. So check me out, man. We got a video from Jubilee. This is okay to have a preference of race. Interracial couples agree or disagree. It's gonna be kind of interesting right here. Me personally, you know, I stay with my sisters. I just date my sisters, but I'm trying to see, you know, get into the minds of folks that don't interracial date. And so let's get into it. Like the video, subscribe if you're new. 15,000 subscribers went away.
Bedroom. If race sprinkles is put into that context, what do we think of that? Like
how would race be put into the bedroom?
Use your imagination.
I have unintentionally been racist towards my partner.
Oh,
3,
they get straight to it.
2, 1, go.
I've definitely been ignorant.
So we were. I wrote it down. So we had an argument, and I was upset, and I had previously expressed how the stereotype or the stigma on angry black men or angry black women and how that makes me feel. And so we got into an argument. I was an angry black man. But in that moment of anger, he actually called me an angry black man, which
is like the worst thing
made
to
me
say.
go crazy.
What's that nigga?
That was like the one thing, and I talked to him about. So, you know, that was a really bad fight, and it never happened again.
Right. I feel like, I'm strongly disagree, but I think as just a white person, I am just inherently ignorant. So I think I'm gonna move to somewhat agree. Dating a black man has completely opened my eyes more than I already thought they were open, you know?
To be fair, you've never said anything that made me feel like, damn, she's racist, you know?
I'm from the Bay. So it used to be in my vocabulary where I would say the N-word with the A. I would rap it. I would do just those
Look at her face. Look at her face.
But my slang in general would just tick her off. And then I became conscious of it, and I really liked her. Or I still do, of course. I love you.
Man.
I started changing the way I speak. I feel like she should be over here too. She would do Asian accents.
The only time that I feel like I could be offending Asian people is when I'm mocking you when you're mocking your mother.
There it is.
So I only do the accent when he does it.
Does that sound like a safe space to me? I don't know.
Making fun of his mom. Before that, I never did that. So.
But you know, some like my girl, she's Jamaican, I'm Haitian. Sometimes, you know, you can mock culture at the same damn time. So sometimes intraculture, that could be a thing too. Like dating people from a different culture, that's a big thing too. Because sometimes things are just totally different.
Okay guys, so we're gonna do something different. This is called hot takes. And basically we had our audience submit hot takes and assumptions that they make about interracial relationships. They're really hot.
Oh boy.
Sex gets steamy since you are interracial.
I think it adds to.
I like the
appeal.
differences between us.
Yeah, definitely. There's not like any weird role play or anything. But yeah, definitely, you know, makes it fun.
I will say, like, when I'm not with you, people will be like, oh, like, I know why you're with the black guy. And it's like, that's like super disrespectful, because it's like, that's like definitely like on the line of like fetishizing like a race.
There's not many sexual stereotypes about white men. But like walking down the street, especially dating an Asian woman, like I get looks from men all the time, and like, oh, like, you know, right? And like people like actually like calling me out while I'm right next to her.
Interracial relationships can be a fetish, and that's okay if it's love too.
even if you love the person, you just fetishizing that person is
feel like it
good at all.
devalues
Yeah, and you're
it.
devaluing the entire community in itself.
I think there's always room for growth, so I can understand if it starts as a fetish and then along, you know, the relationship, they actually fall in love with that person and they realize that, okay, it wasn't okay for me to initially just like you based off of that.
If it's between two consenting adults, the freak stuff in the bedroom, if race sprinkles is put into that context, what do we think of that? Like, it's just in the bedroom, or is it like possible to just keep it in the bedroom?
How would race be put into the bedroom?
Use your imagination.
It doesn't even matter if you're consenting or not, it's still wrong.
Yeah.
Right? Like you want to say that stuff, you want to do that stuff because of the stereotypes you have of those people. And that doesn't really sit right with me whatsoever.
That's so interesting now. I don't know how to think about that. So if you're attracted to certain thing, people want to say fetish. Yes, it could be a fetish, but like, damn, you get someone that's within like something that you really love, you're really attracted to, like a distinct thing, and you fall in love with them, and after that point, like, I don't know if that's a bad thing or not. Maybe because if it becomes interracial, then yeah, becomes bad, because you could add, like, I don't know, unless it gets like racist. I don't know. It's tough.
I have always wanted mixed babies.
Oh shit!
3,
This where it gets nasty.
2, 1, go.
Oh, okay. Somebody being honest.
At one point in my life, I kind of wanted to have mixed babies with almost every race. I don't know if that's weird,
This is being
but
honest.
I just wanted, I'm real into genetics. I would like to see how my kids would turn out in
Every race. Jeez. As a mixed race person myself, you don't have a group of people to really be around. I mean, sometimes you connect with one side, sometimes you connect with another side. But for me, it sucked actually a lot. I've accepted myself. I'm black and proud. I love the fact that I have both of these cultures and I really don't care. I just have to teach my kids that because of your skin tone, you either gain privileges or lose privileges.
Like I've had people at work, like, we'll be talking about ourselves and I'll show them a picture of Ivan and they'll be like, oh my God, I totally wanted black babies like when I was like a teenager. And it's just like, this isn't Build-A-Bear, like
Right.
this is a human, like what the
Right.
so
And I actually have an 8-year-old mixed child. It's been very challenging, but I've had to stick it out because I want to be a good father and I care about my kid.
He said he had to stick it out like he had an option. Whoa, my boy. You as a man, you don't have an option whether you have to stick it out. It's your duty. Men, it's your duty. It's no, I have to stick it out. No, that's your duty. It's no, you don't have an option. Like, whoa. I can't let that just go for any man watching this. Like, you have a child, it's your duty. You have to. It's no, it's,
This isn't Build-A-Bear, this is real life. And in my mind, I wanted to have kids that was exactly my skin tone or very close to it and look like me, because I am conceited as well. Where the hell I'm gonna find somebody to do that and it work out and they're just the perfect wife? I don't believe in that anymore.
It's funny because that was actually something we talked about when we first started dating. That became an insecurity of mine. I was like, so why are we dating? Because I cannot provide absolutely any of that for you. And so I understand, like I said, why he feels that way, why a lot of the black community feels that way. So I'm just glad that I'm accepted now in our relationship for that.
okay.
I sometimes feel like I betrayed my own race.
Ooh, it's good.
3, 2,
Again, down to
1,
it.
go.
Stick it. All the black folks, every black person. Every black person. Think that.
I definitely feel like that, man. I feel like, especially where I'm from, I did my people a disservice by playing into that stereotype. And knowing what I stand for now, it's hard for me to feel like I'm gonna be taken serious in the future if I ever wanna speak on controversial topics. My people won't respect what I say because like it doesn't add up, my views and stuff, and then I'm dating somebody outside of my race behind the scenes. I feel like I lose respect in a way.
You guys ever seen fuck. It's a TV show on Netflix. It's a girl Dear white people, what a girl is like, she is dating a white guy, but she's so crucial to white people. She's very, very, very mean to white people based on racial subjects. So it's kind of similar to that. It's like they overcompensate. You ever notice that mixed people sometimes are actually involved in racial issues or social justice issues where black people are being wronged? It's like an overcompensation. They do so much. I don't know. It's just an observation for me. I'm not saying it's wrong or right. I'm just wondering if you guys ever noticed that as well.
Me growing up, like, I was never always seen as black, whether it was because of how I looked or how I talked or my culture. But then when I get with someone who's not black, right, they're like, oh, you're betraying us. Oh, like, I get comments sitting in my DMs being like, oh, Alex, you're not with us no more, right? Damn. And I'm like, do you want me or do you not want me, you know? It doesn't bother me if you don't want me, and I understand it is what it is, but don't pick and choose and don't nitpick little things, right? If you want me to be part of your community, then accept me for who I am. Don't say that because I'm half, I don't get to participate in certain topics or certain discussions.
I mean, I accept mixed race people. I accept biracial, mixed race people that have black in them. I accept you as you being black, because one thing about color, you can't turn that shit off. Unless you are a white passing, like a Logic or somebody, you can't really turn color off. So I accept you because I understand there's still gonna be something that you got to go through that is exclusive to black people, and you can't get away from it. So I accept no matter what. When it comes to that, when it comes to the betraying thing, like, to be pro-black, one of the most pro-black things you could ever do is create black children and do what you best you can to give them a great life. That is the most pro-black thing you could ever possibly do. And you do that with black people. You feel me? That's the most pro-black thing you could ever do. Bring a black person in this life and make sure they have the most smoothest route to whatever options they can possibly have to have some type of success in life. That's the most pro-black thing you can do. Other than that, doing what you can to help other black people. So when it comes to that, I can understand why they can feel like, they can second guess it at some point in time. But listen, I don't have all the right answers. That's just my opinion.
Being linked to another race has its benefits.
Ooh.
3, 2, 1, go.
Tell the truth. Y'all don't want to tell the truth? Y'all don't want to tell? Why she telling him to go over?
I guess I feel like the word linked kind of confused me, because I feel like experiencing another person's experience, like what their culture, like the way that they live, is definitely personally beneficial. But I think that in terms of how others view me because I'm dating a white man, I don't find that beneficial. Like, I feel like people might have preconceptions about who I am because I'm an Asian person who's chosen to date a white man. Yeah, I had a question for, I guess, other people. Like, do you ever feel like being with a white person could shield you from discrimination, or that they could stand up for you in a certain context? Like, if you were in an altercation with the police or something, would having a white
we all done seen Get Out. That ain't always gonna work out for the best. That's a movie though, but yeah, I don't think it's gonna benefit you. At point of contact, what could they do? My wife's white. My wife's white. I can't do nothing for you.
Person there,
sure,
right?
Sure.
It would be helpful.
In that sense, and that's what I kind of thought of when I heard the question and I was listening to you. It's just I don't know, even a customer service experience. I don't know, just random experiences where the person on the other side might judge me based on me being black, but versus someone else calling, or him calling, and it's a whole different experience. Okay. So they might treat, us individuals differently. So
They
might be a whole
definitely
different
will.
experience based
They
on
definitely
just
will.
I feel like an outsider with my partner's family.
Oh.
3, 2, 1, go.
Damn. All the black people, except homie, because he biracial. Damn.
So I'm sorry, Grace. In our lives, especially today, recently, politics plays such a huge part in it. And because you come from a conservative household, that's different from where I come from.
It must be from the South.
And it does make me a little bit uncomfortable to know that I'm gonna be meeting people and have to have close relationships with them, and they don't value what I feel like I value in my life.
He's actually the first black man I have ever dated, and the only person of color within like my family, just in of itself. And so certain members of my family with the same political values as us, like had to kind of confide in me, like, hey, we support you with whoever you date, like we're here for you. So it was interesting to kind of see the different sides of my family members that I didn't necessarily know.
When I met her father for the first time, we were walking to get food and we saw the Ronald Reagan Museum or something like that. And he's like, oh yeah, I love Ronald Reagan, right? And you can have your own personal opinions on presidents, but Ronald Reagan was like, he's like the main reason why black people are incarcerated. He's not a very good person to black people. So I was just kind of cracking up about that, and I was kind of awkward, and I know you kind of bit your tongue on that as well.
But where's the but? Because you still on the disagree side.
Hard to not say anything.
But I was thinking about saying something to maybe like be like, oh, I don't know about that, but I didn't want to like argue with your father on the very first day that I met him.
You know, it's so crazy with millennials and Gen Zers, like how we could just talk about like these very personal things for the first time in front of millions of people. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that wouldn't be.
Anytime my subscribers know I'm in a relationship right now. Anytime I've ever addressed something to y'all, I've already had the argument, then got over it and discussed it with my lady already. I don't just come to y'all for the first time with some fresh shit. So maybe one day she finally decide to watch my channel, because she always complain about I post too much. She finally starts to watch my channel and she sees me saying some shit about her or our relationship that I've never disclosed to her before. My emotions, like, that's kind of weird. So imagine her family, her father watching this, like, damn.
Very fun. Yeah. I don't know if I can exactly truly connect with them because of that. He's a very nice person, obviously, and he makes me feel comfortable, but at the same time, I have to recognize who I am as a person.
I would say I somewhat agree
side, okay.
because with my partner's family, there's a language barrier.
Oh, okay.
So I guess it's my responsibility now to try to learn the language, but sometimes when we're together, they're talking, I have no idea what's going on. So I think that's a bit of why I feel like an outsider, but other than that, I feel welcomed.
She should have been strong this
We were the same race.
Oh.
3, 2.
I don't know if I want to see this. This is gonna be tough, and like, I hope I have to put on the cap, because I think some people gonna cap right here.
1, go.
I'll start. I feel like that would just be the default easiest way to navigate through life. But definitely, obviously, growth happens when you're in interracial relationships. But yeah, that's kind of why I chose somewhat agree.
Yeah.
If other people would have came over there with them, he'd have went all the way over there. This person, them right here, they really want to be like right here. Him, he want to be like right there. Or right there, like, you know. But these, they strongly on this side, but this shit crazy.
I guess it, like you were saying, like I just feel like it would be easier in some aspects, and then for me, just like being mixed race, I have felt very like disconnected from my culture. So I feel like dating someone who was like Chilean or who was Korean would help me. But I also agree, like obviously, if you weren't white, you wouldn't be like you, and so I don't like wish that. And
the benefits outweigh like what I gain. It kind of sounds weird coming out, because it's like, what do you guys get out of dating white people? But like, white people, I feel like we learn a lot.
I think it's interesting that everyone's saying that they feel it's easier, because I feel like it would be more difficult, me having a black man and raising a black family, that it would be more difficult if I was maybe with someone who was white, who could probably have benefits in other ways. I'm grateful for my husband, and I love being with him. And I think there's a lot of benefits just culturally.
And you guys, that is officially a wrap.
Whew. They made it. Hopefully they still together. Love is love. Love who you love. I can't stop you, man. Hey, man, it's your boy Stacie. Thank you for watching this part of the video. I'm gonna get up out of here. 15K on the way. Any this was suggested to me. Any suggestion that you may have for me, let me know in the comment section below. I'm gonna get on up out of here, though. It's your boy Stacie, and I fuck with you. Why? Because you fucks with me. Yay! I'm out.